What's up, guys? It's your boy GP with DeOrganized Media, bringing you another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we bring your favorite Gigabrain astronaut scholars together to have a dope conversation and have some high frequency vibes. Happy Friday, guys! It's been a long week, and it's been an exciting week with a lot of good news. And I think that excuse me, that we have a lot to look forward to in the next few weeks, next couple months. We've got like the SBTC cap getting lifted and withdrawals being open here in the Stacks ecosystem. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good to see, what happens afterwards. We'll never people, an inflow of people peg their BTC into SBTC here in the Stacks network, as well as with the Biddle battle. We have the Biddle battle going on, and submissions will be looked at. There is a revision to the Biddle battle, like how they select the or no, not how they select and when they select the winners. So it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be really fun to see these new DApps and who gets chosen. So just a little revision to the schedule, and the reason why is because there were so many applicants, so many people submitted projects that they had to revise the schedule. That's how bullish this is that people want to build on Bitcoin via Stacks, and it's going to get interesting over here. But yeah, nonetheless, let's go over to CoinMarketCap and kind of just get like a weekly idea of what happened, to the crypto market this week. So for the 7-day, this week, the highest gainer was Form. Coming in second, we have Pancake Swap. That is related to BNB. Let's see, Toncoin. All right, yeah, Toncoin right here coming in at 22%. Pancake Swap was 67%. Kava coming in at 14% on the week. Hyperliquid up 13%. OKV up 12%. Uniswap up 12%. EOS up almost 10% here. And Bonk, and you can scroll down just a little bit more, just kind of let you see where we're at. But what I'm interested in is, Stacks. So let's check out Stacks by market cap and see where we stand in the ratings this week. By market cap. We look like we stayed relatively the same. Down 4% on the week, so it's a good buying opportunity. And we're at number 67, ranked by Coin market cap. So good stuff on that front. I also have some. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry about the messed up stream title. I will update it in a minute. I got it for Thursday instead of Friday, but nonetheless, I think it is fixable, so we will just edit that on the back end. Right now, it's Thursday to me because my days are kind of going together. It's been a busy one, but I'm in good spirits. We'll get that fixed. Thanks for the heads up, Crypto Dude. We got some friends in the back that really, really ride for the team, and I'm really glad to be surrounded by such base chads. So let me replace my screen with my bookmarks. Let me pull up my bookmarks and see what's going on. That is not my bookmarks. My bookmarks are right here. Okay, cool. Boom. All right, let's get into the news, guys. So new from Cointelegraph, Polymarket users project a 24% increase percent chance that Trump will create a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the next 100 days. Do you think the reserve will be made before or after the first 100 days? Go drop your, predictions in the comments. Big shout out to Rosar. Also, getting some integrations for his OpPredict platform, and it is a prediction market on Bitcoin. We tested that out. I do believe it was last night, or the night before. but yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool stuff to get to play with that. And his new integration is that you'll be able to pull the data. He's going to pull the data from Polymarket and the different markets that are over there. I do believe Polymarket is on Polygon, or which is ETH based. It's EVM based. So, but we'll be able to get that data, and then you'll get the same markets over here on offer dates. So, and then we'll have our own pool. They'll have their own pools, and prediction markets on Bitcoin is a cool thing. Just in, Chinese Communist Party media published a key article on crypto highlighting Bitcoin is too volatile to be a currency, but has investment value. Dollar stablecoins could boost U.S. dominance in global finance. What else did they say? China should speed up digital yuan and asset development. Token adoption can strengthen the yuan's global role. Risk control is key to countering dollar stablecoins. Okay, so China getting into the stablecoin game sounds like with their China their yuan. Yeah. So let's see. Latest from Cointelegraph 2 hours ago. According to CryptoQuant Investor, the current market correction differs from March 2024 as a stablecoin supply is rising, signaling readiness for a rapid surge once strong catalysts appear. Okay, so the stablecoin supply is right there, and we're just waiting on some catalysts for these bulls, I guess. Whether that be rate cuts, bullish news about stablecoin or legislation being passed about whatever catalyst it could be. And that's what crypto quad is saying, is that maybe bulls are just waiting on a catalyst, and it's there. We're ready. So the stable coins are the market cap is there in the stable coins for them to then make their moves. Okay, insight: only 4 tokens on Pump Fund managed to maintain 100 million market cap, despite 8.7 million meme coins being created since January 2024. The top performers are Wood, Fartcoin, Act, and Peanut. Wow, yeah, it was a lot of pump and dumps. That's what it is. That's what the Solana casino is. Always do your research, and none of this that is being discussed is financial information, not financial advice. Cointelegraph, 304K stolen in a poisoning attack. A user lost 304K in USDT after falling for a poison addressed attack. Scammers cluttered their transaction history with a fake but similar looking address, tricking them to copying the wrong one. Guys, be safe out there. There are ways to protect yourself. You can protect yourself from such attacks with Web3 antivirus, apparently, from Cointelegraph. Just be careful. Make sure you're practicing good security practices. It would be a travesty if you lost your assets before things start running. So be extra safe out there. This is also related to that same attack. They're giving the address where it happened, who it happened to. So new Japan's core inflation rose to 3% in February, exceeding expectations and marking the 35th straight month of the the 35th straight month above the Bank of Japan's 2% target. Wow, your boy's tired. But I'm here and I'm grinding and I have good frequency vibes. Let's get through the news. We should make that a prediction market. Is GP gonna have a slip up? That'd be a good one for you guys. Just in USDT holds a dominant 99% share of the 64.2 billion stablecoin supply on Tron, and also leads on BNB Chain and Ethereum with 73% and 53% shares respectively. In contrast, USDC is the top stablecoin on Base and Solana, commanding 92% and 76% of the supply. And there's a little infographic there that they made for you to kind of see. There you go. The top 5 chains by stablecoins market cap. Okay. The Martini guy says fire up the printer. From Well Alerts, 100 million USD. Wow. Okay, so this is I bet a whale is getting in there, and I wonder what he's going to be speculating on. USDTC is Ethereum based. I would hope that he'd swap that for some Bitcoin. That'd be nice. Uh, from the desk of Anthony Pompliano, he goes on a rant about can the U.S. gold card save America? Robots are coming fast and financing burritos. Let's listen to this because good old Jack said
I see something
about
on the
this
internet that is
night.
so absurd,
Big
I
shout
got to
out
read it
Jack
multiple
and
times.
Switch.
I like refresh to make
don't
sure that
think
I
you
actually
can
saw
hear it,
what I saw.
probably because
And that
my
happened
audio's
yesterday when I saw.
So we'll look at that later. What else? Let me get back to my bookmarks. There's some stack stuff that I wanted to cover really quickly. The things that happened this week. Uh, yeah, let me just make this. Did I go home? I did go home. Of course I went home, and I'm scrolling through the feed now, and now I'm showing my DMs. Of course, of course, of course. Let me see over here. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So the Stacks developer community is thriving, with hundreds of new builders and nearly 100 projects submitted to the Biddle Battle. Next week, a new program is being launched to help these creators become founders and bring the next generation of apps to life. This is getting a like and a retweet from my profile personally. And then like this guy, Crypto RS, yeah, he says that last two times USDT dominance tagged the diagonal resistance line and put in a lower high, the bull run continued. So he has this little graph here that I thought was, worth just kind of pulling up, like his speculation on what's going to happen. So he's expecting that it's going to come back down here for USDTD, which is the USDT dominance. Taking a little plunge to the downside so we can see some bullish action. Yeah. From Rick Sebastian, the Stacks Roadmap Discussion TLDR, he's got a good post there that you guys should go in and take a read, take a look at. Rick_Sebastian with two A's. Go follow him. He's got some good insight. And big shout out to the homie Jackman Switch. He put out a very based article. It's time to get bullish on stablecoins. And what was most of the news consistent of? It was stablecoin news. Go follow Jack and read his article. It's time to get bullish on stablecoins. He has a very, very base take. It's very informational. He's got some good analogies in there. So go check these guys out. I've got a couple guys in the back. Let's bring them up. I did my news. Let's bring the guys on. So we have Crypto Dude in the house, and we also had Chad for a moment. Ace was here. But what's up, Crypto Dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, man. Doing good, dude. This week was very productive for me. I feel like I killed it straight through. How was your week?
Oh, great. Yeah, been doing the same thing, hammering it on both ends of the the candle. I BoostX got a little style update. I worked on all last night, trying to get things a little cleaner for people. It looks not as basic, a little more modern. So it's getting there.
Yeah, dude. Me and Rosar were doing a live test, and on his Signet wallet and Predict, the UI is very clean and it's an interactive UI. You can scroll your mouse around, and the Signet wallet was following your mouse, and then whenever you scrolled over it, it would pop out at you. Click here. So it was it felt like it had its own personality, and these UIs are what give these apps personality. That's interesting. So you're hammering away a little bit on that.
Yeah, most definitely. I can give me a sec here. Might be able to share something here.
Yeah, dude. There was so much there was so much building this week. Like it's crazy. And I'm loving getting to know the Stacking DAO community as well as the Zest community. Like, there's some really good people in that Discord. And I'm getting to know everybody that's just kicking it in there regularly. So it's been really good. Big shout out to the Zest squad and the Stacking DAO squad. You guys are my guys. You know who you are. Um, Ran some different like giveaways and like just activities to do in the Discord with the guys. Had some fun this week. Um, yeah, so it was fun. Go join the Stacking DAO and Zest Discords if you want to have some fun with me.
So I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen over here, and then I'll.
Yeah, just handle your you no rush whatsoever, dude. And also Trippin' Monkey has given us his blessing to play some deorganized games tonight, like show off some tic tac toe and all that good stuff. So I think it'll be fun. So where you're going to show us a little bit of what your wallet looks like when it comes up.
Yeah, I'll wait here until I make sure it's all streaming everything. All right, I think we're good now. All right, so as you can see, I got a little style update here on the wallet button. It's kind of fun.
Wait. What was it? Yeah, let me see that nice little like button. It looks clean. Like you got it styled. Okay, let me move this real quick. Hold on. Wow. All right. I see you. That's clean. That looks nice. And it it matches like a very nice looking vibe. Like I like that. It's looking good.
So I'll just sign in really quick. Hold on.
Yeah, this is like live alpha. You're getting to see some of the like what it'll look like whenever we get this next update for BoostX. This is awesome.
Oh, would I just break it? I think. Hold on. I'm running the wrong version. My bad. Hold on. Let me. Of course.
When I said update, whenever I said update, it like you were like.
I literally hold on. I got the wrong version loaded. Hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen. Load the right version. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I also while you load that up, I had the let's look at the STX coins, and see how they're doing with their 7-day changes on the week. See what's doing what. Yes, let's pull that up here. Because we had some runners, like meme coins kind of had their week this week. So Conan at number 1 on the week, Satoshi AI coming in second. We have Leo Coin up 13%. SAI is up 86% on the week, by the way. We got Rue is up 8% on the week. Dog is up 6%. Valar is up almost 6%. Pepe Coin and top 10 here. We got 5.67. Big shout out my boys in the B Pepe crew. What else? We got Billy. Billy's up like 3.92%. Dog Rudes is. I guess this is the same here. Like maybe this is. I wonder what differentiates these two right here. Maybe just the pool that they're in. Meme up 2%. Yeah, a lot. Knots on the board too. Knots up. So across the board, meme coins are up. It's looking good here in the Stacks ecosystem. I'm excited. With all this building, it's inevitable, dude. Like people they got serious. They got in grind mode, dude. People are building right now, so I'm excited to see what comes from these different meme coin founders.
All right, so I believe I got the right version installed here.
Solid.
So let me make sure let me know when you're got the window loaded, so I don't have to.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me pull that up. Boom, bada. And you might want to zoom in just a bit if you have. Oh well, you're gonna show the. Yeah, let's see how big the UI on the buttons first.
Yeah, let's just make sure this is all hunky dory. I guess I probably should have not spoke too soon.
Yeah, it's like this live testing, man. We do live
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's so funny. It's like nobody else is doing this kind of shit.
yeah, dude.
All right, so here's
That's sweet.
here's what we got. So people can obviously find different apps in here, and so you can even search by DeFi category or like earn or media,
This is huge.
like stacking. What
That
else?
is sick.
Staking. Oops, if I could type staking and like yield.
Boost X. Yeah, they gotta follow.
Obviously by name too. So if you're looking for a specific one,
Oh, you got a search bar? Get out of
got
here.
search bar at the top. It's got
Yes,
obviously there's 30 over 30 of them in here at the moment. I'll be adding more obviously over time. If people want to have their app listed in here basically just needs to have stack storage or something basically significant with stacks in terms of integrated with the ecosystem in one way, shape, or form. Like primarily these are ones that are all capable of being authenticated with your Stacks wallet. So obviously we got the BNS one. So if you click that, it opens the tab obviously to theirs.
It'd be cool is if like you integrated some way with Rosar's Signet wallet, and then you can trust like immediately.
I have an idea for working with him on some of that stuff, and we're talking kind of behind the scenes. But there's most definitely a lot that can be done with BoostX and overlapping with a lot of different protocols and a lot of different tools.
I love that you like think that way to where like BoostX is like the one thing that can link everything together. If you haven't downloaded BoostX from the Chrome store, get in the game with Crypto Dude. BoostX is like very, very novel. You can interact with stacks from the directly from X. Like you're putting the blockchain and hiding the wires and putting it right in front of the users on X. So it's very, very, very novel. Are you muted there, bud?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I always do that.
That's
I was trying to make sure I keep myself muted in case the background noise over here blows up.
I get it. You got friends and stuff.
Yeah, the family's just so loud sometimes.
And
so what I was demonstrating here, which was basically we've kind of cleaned, we've stylized things over here. Obviously, we've added this module. We've got
look at that module. Can we zoom in on that module? Is there a way we could just let's see that module, dude. Look at that. And then you click the view more.
These are not like.
It's just a preview.
Well, these function like you can click them and they go. They can bring you there.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Clean.
Yeah, it's clean, but.
That's good stuff, dude. I think that is going to be really easy to, integrate what your idea is. Like interacting with these different protocols directly from X is going to be very interesting to see. Through BoostX, and then like you can also like we were talking like before about like minting NFTs and stuff like that directly from X. The possibilities are really endless, and I think that what you're doing there is awesome. We'll get there. We'll get there. Are you muted again?
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute myself because it got insanely loud over here.
Okay, just made sure.
Sorry, when I cut off like that, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I know, dude. I got you, bro. I got you.
Sure, way to pick me up. But I was gonna say that these dApps over here that are listed in this module are not like favored, so to speak. Like if I just refresh, you'll see that those will change.
Okay, I got you.
So it's randomly selecting them from basically all the ones that are in there.
So is there a way that maybe like you could do it to where like top used apps, like say you get some way to connect the metrics, and then like
Yeah, most definitely. If we have a way to get, I mean, because that's going to be dependent on some analytics that we don't have, right? I mean, that's parsing a bunch of use on chain. That's, I mean, probably STX tools would be maybe able to. Let's see right there. Happen to have a link right there. Look at that. So let's see what they get. Like, there's probably something in here in their analytics that maybe could be used for that, but this is more for coins. So this would take indexing their like, I guess, most relevant smart contracts, and then tracking those usages, and there's a whole gambit of things there that would have to be required to be able to, I guess, present the most popular here, so to speak. I like to be unbiased though, because basically it keeps it a little bit more fair for opportunity discovery.
yeah, I like that. Like you could. I agree. Like you.
So
I get how important it is. I get how important that space and that module being there featured in that module is. So I get it for sure. So like we spoke a little bit behind the scenes about like working together on some like features. Like when do you think we'll be ready to like kind of talk a little bit about that? Like
talk about it right now.
So did you want to kind of like explain your idea of what we could do to collab?
Yeah, so the idea here is, and we're still in the early stages of it, obviously, but the idea here is basically NFTs that are essentially like augmenting your existing profile picture. So you kind of can think of it like,
You want to zoom in on a profile picture and then like
see like Jonas right here, his tweet. Yeah. Imagine having like, if he owned one of these NFTs that we could mint via BoostX, obviously, have some sort of a little like effect, like maybe a swirl or something, like a fire, a spaceship, UFO, a coin that's going in orbit, all sorts of different, artistic effects, basically, and have those basically be all
NFTs.
mintable in-app, settable, like, so basically you have a way to stand out to other BoostX users.
That is fire, dude. Just like being able to like kind of augment like what you look like against like a different profile on X via the Stacks blockchain, via BoostX, which is built on like built on Stacks, which is built on Bitcoin. So it's like mind blowing how cool that is, right? Like that's a very cool idea. I think people would really like it. If you would like something like that, drop like an emoji in the chat. Drop like a yes. Like how excited would you be to see a GPSE BoostX collab NFT where it augments your profile picture on X for having BoostX downloaded? That's insane right there. Like I think that I could do some really fire artwork and do some very interesting effects, and especially with us working together, it's going to be really cool art to collect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I want to make it kind of the relatively small collection at first to make it somewhat attractive for keeping it. Because I mean, obviously the goal here is to grow the community. There's going to be more users over time, and we could do second editions, if people demand it. But I want to give something that can give these early users something to be proud of.
We could even do like seasons.
Yeah, exactly. Like ones that are like holiday themed and stuff.
Yeah, like seasons as in like season drops for this, like if you
I got you
you own a certain collection, like you own a certain like rendition of these, like maybe the first ones, the OGs, you get like gated access to to mint new effects and stuff. So
I,
like,
on that note, I was thinking actually that, so you mentioned gated access. I was kind of thinking of like a feature access. So like on
future
on
access.
yeah,
What? Okay. That
yeah.
is that is very cool. The collectability of those would be through the roof, of course. And like, I really like what you're doing. Building in the open, also taking in like feedback in real time with us, and building for every single one of us. You're building something special, so it's cool. So I wanted to get into like a little bit of like the social fi capabilities for anybody that doesn't know. Could we like kind of rehash that just a little bit, like the flywheels that you intend to make BoostX work with?
Yeah, we can actually go to the BoostX account here.
Yeah, that would be great. That way we can kind of pull up
Fine.
some information
Yeah.
and kind of walk people through that are going to be new to checking this out, man.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, we had our poll finished recently. I'll be selecting the winner here soon.
Okay, so
Announce that on the stream, I
like
guess.
what the poll was? Like, can we explain to the user what the poll was exactly?
Yeah, we'll go over this poll really quick. So basically, put out this poll was a 48-hour poll for getting 20 STX worth of SBTC. Winner's going to be randomly selected, obviously, and then to participate, they had to have their BNS name equipped on their profile. So obviously, I can actually use BoostX to reward them, and then they need to like and retweet and follow to BoostX, and then obviously complete the poll and reply with the choice reason, basically. And so I was asking basically if they preferred reward opportunities less often but more money, or more often but less money.
I
It
think
was pretty cutthroat for a while, but it looks like the more often for less money kind of won out here. So makes sense because there's more opportunity for people to get some funding. It's kind of what I was leaning. But
yeah,
Mel actually made a pretty interesting point. Let me find it here. She
pretty
said
good.
basically, I think Bolt could basically she thought Bolt because he started off with lots of opportunities to win small amounts and then spread the net wide, and then as it grows, reduce the number of rewards and make the prize pot bigger. So that way, that's a really good approach actually.
That is a
So,
good approach, or maybe even an opt-in to like how you want to earn rewards would be cool.
oh yeah, that you're just teasing them.
There you go. There you go. Like
So
that's why we.
so we've got ideas for integrated crypto cash mining, so that way
Yes.
you're mining crypto cash while you're boosting, and if you win the block, then you obviously yield crypto cash, right? And then you could stack that crypto cash and then earn some of the STX that is the vast majority of the STX, like 95% of the STX that comes in from the mining input of crypto cash could be rained out basically to the stackers of crypto cash. So it's like a
We
yield
need,
bearing at that point.
we need a night on like when you're ready to talk about crypto cash, whatever that is, because like you have so much cool building
We can talk
that
about it
you
right now. I mean, if you want.
yeah, dude. Like
Sure.
kind of explaining a little bit about crypto cash and what your idea and vision is, dude. You're just in alpha dropping mode, aren't you?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Okay,
So-
let's go. Crypto Dude Fridays are the best. Thank you, Crypto Dude.
So built this a while back. It's on testnet. We're basically waiting for some audits, which on that note just got off some calls with some auditor today
Oh,
that's got
so
some AI, and
that's why.
yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
we're getting much closer. But basically users can come here and connect their wallet on testnet. They can mine for some crypto cash, define their input in terms of STX. Right here, there's a pattern. Right now, it's all evenly distributed, but this is one of the kind of those features I was talking about for NFT-based features. So, like if you own an NFT, you have access to a little extra feature, and so it's not really, more complex than you have to make it. You can just basically do stuff like maybe one field you have access to, so stuff like this. So this mining pattern basically is a concept that, or you're mining. Say you're mining for 200 blocks and you're putting in 200 STX, right?
Just a bit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Is that better?
Do like a solid 1-2. There you go. Very good. That's best.
All right. So say you're mining for like 200 blocks, and then your input is 200 STX. By default, it's an even mining pattern. So meaning basically this is the total amount of STX you're inputting, and there's 200 blocks, so it's basically 1 STX per block, right? That's how you would mine when you're mining. You would start at essentially this block, and you'd go up, for the next 200 blocks, you would supply 1 STX input, and that would be kind of how much it's going to determine like your chance of winning, right? Depending on how many other miners are mining for that block and what their inputs are, right? So if for example, I mined a block and you mined a block that happened to be the same block, and we both happen to put in 1 STX equally, then we both have essentially the same odds of winning the block, right?
Right.
Because, we have the same weighted input. So, depending on the total amount of miners there are and their total inputs, that's going to determine your probability of winning. But that's an even distribution of input to blocks, right? You could do like.
Could you split the mining based on proportion of what's provided?
Yeah, exactly. So you're talking about applying a curve to the input, basically.
Yeah.
So imagine if you had 200 blocks and you had 200 STX, but you wanted to do like maybe a mountain or something, right? That would apply it in like a curve, right? So there'd be less on the first blocks, but more in the middle, then less on the end blocks, and then right. So your blocks that were like say around block 100 would have significantly more input in them than the blocks that are at the edges of your mining attempt, right? And so it would increase your probability in those ones. So it's a way to kind of try and target and influence your probability, and still it's kind of like a gamification mechanism for mining, right?
That's very cool, dude. Yeah, I like the game theory behind it.
Yeah, so if you on the homepage, there's a graph of recent mining, so you could see, okay, there's a fair amount of mining happening right now, so I'll put it in a mountain, and so that way I'll at least have a sharp chance at least somewhere in there to win, based on my input. So there's some game theory there, obviously at play. Obviously, when users click mine, it opens the wallet, ask you to sign your transaction. So we can just go ahead and do one right now as well. Then we can view the transaction on the Explorer, obviously. It's already confirmed in the block.
Done.
Boom.
Okay, I like it. I like that Stacks is just doing its thing right now, dude.
Yeah. And so I got this featured dApps right here that's, I haven't put in BoostX in here yet because BoostX doesn't have technically integrated yet. So, but BoostX will be listed in here. But obviously users can mine like we just did. If they try to mine when they already are mining, they get kind of cock blocked, so to speak. Because you can't mine on while you're already mining, basically. You can stack when you're already stacking, but you have to basically wait for your blocks to complete. So on that note, we can go kind of see what our mining rewards page looks like. So we can go here and we can see that there's blocks we just mined for. Right. So we have basically, we can load more. This is gonna all these are going to say immature because, you know, it takes a little bit of time for them to obviously get processed because, you know, you're talking about mining blocks into the future, right? When you invoked your mining call. And if we just load down here, I probably should have mined less blocks so I don't have to click this so many times because there is a little bit of a rate limit with the API. So we kind of do these 5 at a time to not overload the API. But I got some others in here because, as you can see, it's found 400 total, and so I can eventually get to the end of my. Just go ahead and spam it. F it. Sorry, hero.
Sorry, hero.
Don't do that, folks. Give it a little bit of time. I might have to rate limit the button itself, but.
You know, but you're going through the process and like figuring out what you need to do.
Yeah, I got to get back. I got to get past loaded 200. Let me just spam it some more here. If it's immature, it should. If it's immature, it shouldn't do a bunch of calls. It should be kind of just comparing current block height to relative block. Because like when it's forming this list, it's actually forming all 200 of these. It like rows basically, or all 400 of these rows based on 2 transactions. So it's actually only found 2 transactions. Now it's interpreting those 2 transactions to evaluate their blocks and then render a row per block. And so there's a lot going on underneath the hood to make this page work.
Yeah, I believe it. Like, you know, you're mining like you're mining tokens. You know what I mean? So it's got its whole mechanism. You know?
Yeah, you got to wait for maturity basically when you first mine. So all right, we're finally at the edge here. So these next ones should be claimable. See, there we go. So as you can see, I can multi-select. I can, you know, keep selecting, and you can see it's incrementing the count here on the ones that are claimable. Obviously, if you want it and you haven't claimed it yet, it'll say claimable. If you've you know, not yet, or I'm sorry, if you've won it and you have not yet claimed it, it'll say claimable. If you've won it and you've already claimed it, it'll say claimed. And if you didn't win, obviously it'll just say lost. So, you know, that's kind of that. I can load some more here. You can obviously see that I can select these onesie twosie at a time in case I like lost. But
right.
I can also just, if I was being lazy, I could just hit load more.
Load all of them. You need a button.
Yeah, that probably hit the API a little too fast right there.
Like, you think it's going to load it down if you select all, or do you need to do?
Well, I hit select claimable, actually, and it does select the ones that are claimable. I'm kind of curious about what happened with this block, because that's probably the API getting a little bit aggressive.
Right.
But you can see that these are all relative to the same transaction. See how it's ending in 4A0. These are all ending in 4A0 because these were all in one attempt to mine. I mined 200 blocks, right? So luckily there was no real competition at the time because it's on testnet. So
yeah,
I can
a color code to your specific block, like, and that differentiates on the lettering and the text would be cool.
Say that again.
Like, so say you have a lot of competition in that block, and it shows you. Like,
well, this is only this list right here is only going to show you your transactions. It doesn't. You don't have to worry about filtering through other people's crap.
What do you think? Do you think that maybe a page for that, like to where you could see all of them together, would be beneficial?
Yeah, that's going to be on the home page in terms of like graphs and modules that show like recent winners, you know, et cetera, all the statistical data that's happening relative to that, you know, the miners and stackers. So I think I've selected plenty here. I could keep going, obviously, until we go to all 400 found, and, you know, I could, you know, claim them, but I'm just going to hit select claimable. We'll just hit claim mining rewards. Right here, we can hit, you know, this, and we can actually claim all those applicable blocks that we selected that we won, and then we hit confirm. Before we do this, though, I should probably check my crypto cash balance on this account. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. We can see the transaction history. Just hit confirm. So, boom, we're reining it in. Like,
Yeah, bringing in money. Let's go.
Already confirmed in block. So called by. You can see all the crypto cash minting that happened basically as a result of that, because I was the successful miner, and I can go here and I can see the value. So obviously there is a lot going on here. Let me go back here. This is just what I've showed you is the mining, and then the mining claiming of rewards. There's also the stacking. So users can stack for up to 32 cycles at a time. They can put in whatever they want. Obviously they have to have this amount of crypto cash, but you can see your balance right there. So I put in my 76,800 crypto cash. I hit start stacking. Now basically we can view this. Oh, it didn't do it instantly. There we go.
Surprising.
I know, right? So it's like, so you can see that my first cycle is 12. My last cycle is 43. So basically I'll be stacking and earning so I basically locked this crypto cash down for 32 cycles, which is a pretty long amount of time, obviously. But a cycle is about 2 weeks, right? So it's a fair amount of time. But basically, as a user, you're now earning for all the miners that are inputting their STX. You'll be earning a portion of that based on how much people are stacking in that relative cycle. So
then you can start up pools and stuff like that too, like to where people like link together to like mine blocks and stuff. This is cool.
Yeah, so we're currently in cycle 11, right? So we just did this mine. We mined for those blocks. Then we went in and did the stacking. We stacked it for 32 cycles. You can also top off your stacking if you want to stack some more. The key thing to note here is whenever you do invoke stacking, it always applies it to the upcoming cycle, not the currently active cycle, because you're not allowed to, insert yourself on the active cycle. You have to basically declare yourself for the future cycles. And so, you can still top yourself off though if you want to stack over time. If you're getting rewards, in terms of mining, and then you come in here, add to your stack allotment basically, and start earning extra STX input from the miners. But the stacking rewards it's very similar. Oh man, what's up with this color styling? I'm figuring out why that's not white. That's embarrassing. So works very similar, though. You can see that we can load, our cycles. And obviously these are immature because we're not in the future. We don't. As good as I am, I can't build a time machine.
Yeah.
So not yet, anyways.
I think that might be a good prediction market.
Will we ever have a time machine?
No, crypto dude build a time machine because of how good you build that.
Jesus. See, basically it'll go back to 12 though right here, and then it'll say no more data.
So we got some questions from the audience real quick. DeFi Dictator is saying, when will the PFP enhancement be live? So this is still in the idea phase. So be patient with us, DD. I got you, bro. I know you want that.
Well, we're working on NFT transfers at the moment right now to implement that, and then airdrops, and then kind of depending on what people's feedback is from now until then, we'll prioritize. We kind of reevaluate our priorities as we go. We have our main, which I totally forgot to talk about. We have our main, where the hell is it?
It's on there somewhere. I know it is.
Yeah, it's right here. Let me just
There
go
it
to the
is.
top of this thread here. So this
Give it a
thread,
good scroll.
let me
Give it a scrizzle.
retweet this really quick. So I just retweeted from Crypto Dude, but basically this is our thread that's got all our plans and our plans like roadmap, and we've already knocked out some of these. Like this is the one that we're literally just looking at on the home feed. It actually doesn't show the explore or the featured dApps on posts. It only shows it on home and like other pages. It doesn't show it on posts specifically because we're trying to reserve some visible real estate for maybe things relative to specific posts that we could do,
Right.
like smart contract integration calls, for like maybe turning a thread into a bounty or something. I don't know. So the thing I'm getting at here though is this is our primary roadmap. You can see that we've
You should pin that bad boy. Pin that bad boy to your profile, brother.
That's a good idea. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong account. I'll do that in a little bit. But
Yeah. I'm gonna tell them to go check out his latest tweet. Go look at his last tweet for the BoostX
or you can take that tweet, I guess, and put it in the
roadmap.
Yeah, but so we'll add more namespace support. So we got .btc and .sdx. We're adding more tokens. Obviously, we've already added more than this. We've got quite a bit in there already, and we're adding more in this latest update too. So we're over 30 tokens basically at this point. We're over 30 dApps listed on the featured dApps, which is pretty much this. So we're killing this one over and over and over. We're just gonna keep hammering it. We're doing this one right now. We'll be hammering on. We're actually hammering on this one as well. So, like, you can see that there's other cool features in here, like the quote tweet split transfers. So, 70% of the boost going to the original author, 30% going to the quote tweet author.
Social
Assuming they both have BNS names, of course. So, that exactly SocialFi. That's
fucking go, dude.
Yeah, streamlining quote tweeting when you're boosting. So rather than having to copy the quote tweet data to your clipboard like you currently do, we could, in theory, make it to where it's an automated quote tweet. This would require Twitter's API to fully facilitate that. So there's
down the road,
a little bit of dependency there, but we're working on airdrops as well. We're trying to do this without Twitter's API integration because we know this feature is super cool, and we want to make sure that we can't get rugged on that feature.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, I get you. You want to do it the legit way and make sure that it's like completely just like, here you go, here's the feature, you have it, and then
we don't want to have if we can avoid Twitter's API by facilitating airdropping, that'll be the most ideal scenario, because then Twitter can never turn off her API keys and break that feature.
Exactly, dude. Thank you for that breakdown too. You're trying to find a novel way to use it, but not like rely on it.
Yeah, trying to minimize the dependencies as much as possible, because everything so far does not depend on Twitter's API at all. This is all done, we'll just say, very clever.
I'll take it.
It's extensions. I mean, I'm not doing anything nefarious or anything. This is standard operating procedures when it comes to Chrome extensions. It's just doing something in a novel, interesting new way, utilizing the tech stack that only Stacks can provide. And that's what is taking DeFi to the next level, honestly. So we'll have like a leaderboard, we'll have stats relative to each tweet eventually. So there's lots of things coming already, and there's lots of things like on this roadmap, the PFP upgrade that we're talking about, the NFT upgrade that we're going to collab on. That's not even on this roadmap, obviously, but there's other things that are not included directly on this roadmap that we have planned. So most definitely
You heard it here, guys, dude. You heard
Hammering.
it definitely here first. Like on DeOrganized. This is, if you want to get the alpha from the builders first, this is what we're doing. We're building in the open, and just seeing what the builders are up to. So crypto, dude, I do appreciate you coming on and sharing all of this. Dude. This is something really, really.
So I'll drop one little more alpha, just since why the fuck not,
Yes, dude. Yes.
So on Derupt, we built basically like something called exhibits, which is, you can kind of look at them like off-chain content storage. It's basically kind of like articles, leveraging stack storages and user-specific storages basically, and where the storage, to be able to write to the storage, it leverages your Stacks wallet, right? And so essentially you prove ownership to be able to update the storage, right? And so we built that as a component called exhibits, and that was obviously a tab on profile pages, and people could go to each other's profile pages and see those blog articles, for lack of a better word. And that same type of functionality we could actually bring to BoostX. So we could actually over here on the right introduce a straight up new exhibits, right? And it could be a feed of content that people are creating that is stored in their Stack storage, right? And then obviously have its own feature set of action bars that those posts could have, and then those posts could obviously be on people's profile pages in a new tab that we could inject as well. And then the coolest part about it is those are more user controlled storages, which basically means censorship resistance is there. So if your account for some reason gets algorithmically unfavorable treatment and you get nuked or whatever, you could spin up a new account, insert your BNS name, like, since you still own your BNS name. Obviously your tweets and whatnot are kind of boned, but your exhibits that you would have would still be recoverable. So there's essentially a layer of censorship resistant content that we could actually start facilitating as well.
Wow. All right. So yes, you get your account nuked. You have that security badge that says this is the original one. In my case, whenever I got my account nuked, it was people making spam accounts of my account, say just copying my name, and there was there was so many of them. So that badge that brings that extra layer of security that you're getting the alpha from the right person, as well as getting Derupt involved too.
We'll probably still call it exhibits, because it kind of, we could drop the E at the beginning and still kind of market it with the X branding, right? And so, basically we could just inject a new tab over here where it says, or, somewhere in here, it's at the end, it's exhibits. And so people click that on profile pages and see the list of their exhibits. And, even if that's, say this account got nuked, I had to spin up a new handle. Obviously this handle would change, but my .btc handle wouldn't, and I could obviously define that as my display name on my new handle, whatever, this happened to be. And then even though all my posts and all my, tweets would be impacted because that's on Twitter's storage, my exhibits wouldn't be. They would still be there.
That's gangster. I think that being able to protect content creators is important. And
it'd be also huge for journalism and stuff.
Yeah, huge, dude. I could see somebody like Jack, who has base takes, but he also he shoots you straight. What he thinks about something. And if it ends up being controversial, he gets his account nuked. He has an archive exhibits of his different threads that he's put out. So that's definitely some real deal security as a content creator that I would like to see. So Thanks, dude. Thanks. That's
Yeah.
some good alpha right there, bro. Like you dropped
Yeah.
some dimes today.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and we got we still have that back end options that we're building out for people for them to be able to define custom charities, so to speak, for lack of a better word, or custom payout addresses that they can help micro fund and donate tiny little amounts as they're going through their normal operations. They can kind of funnel funds to different entities, so to speak. There's a
Sorry.
lot going on, man.
Yeah, be careful, dude. Be careful. Sorry, I was talking to my little nephew. He's out of here
Okay.
for a little bit, and we played, and got to see him tomorrow. Get him on the weekends and get to be a funkle. So hanging out, eating pizza, and we were playing earlier right before the stream. So
Right on.
yeah, spring break's the best right now for me. I like it.
Yeah, family time's important. Don't ever prioritize anything above family, in my opinion. Like people got their jobs, and everybody, most definitely should do their due diligence and do their best to, work and whatnot. But most definitely make time to touch grass and hang out with family and friends and have some fun. Like don't just be a workaholic. That's kind of missing the forest for the trees.
That's why I work hard on the week, so that I can spend time with my family on the weekends, and then touch grass and then just get my reset. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. And you have your why, you have your mission, but like remember why you started your mission.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. I am thankful for this demo and this fucking alpha. Did you want to get into Trip gave us his blessing to kind of play with DeOrganized Games a bit.
I stopped sharing, by the way. Just make sure you know.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to get into about BoostX? Like any more alpha?
Not at the moment. I mean, there will be most definitely lots of things to talk about over time. So, and obviously, as features pile up, it's just going to be a mountain of things to talk about every time. So I'm down to move on to play some games. Let's go.
Yes, dude. So our dev from DeOrganized Media has been working on DeOrganized Games. It is going to be like turn-based games for, you'll see. We'll demonstrate a little bit, kind of just show off the DeOrganized Games page. And, right now we've got tic-tac-toe, but that is the base case. Like these are on-chain games, right? We're going to be playing on-chain games live with you guys, interacting, and actually, oh yeah, secret dap. I can't forget the secret dap here. Just hit the secret one. All right, buddy. Be good. I'll see you tomorrow.
Exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive, bro. I'm telling you, he's certified, bro. He's certified. But yeah, these games are going to be something that are very interactive. We're going to be able to interact with our audience. We're about to, and there's ways to earn too. If you win, you win SDX and other SIP10 assets, and then as well as supporting different people that do different jobs within this decentralized environment we work. Like if you want, there could be a lobby for a dev, and then you have 4 different devs that you want to support. A portion of the SDX that is put up goes into a pool that then pays these devs. Or you have like the mic jockeys or something like that, the people that are doing hosting spaces, doing podcasts, and have those, and then it's a separate lobby, and you're supporting them, and the players get to choose which lobby they're playing in. So even as far as doing like one for artists, like myself, and maybe I might end up in all 3 of those categories one day whenever I start playing with AI and build something myself. But for now,
Gotta get in there, man.
Hey,
if you have an idea, just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like you're like I can speak from witnessing it a ton of times. Like people have ideas and they're like, "Oh, can you help me with this?" And I'm like, "Oh, you got that." And then they're like, "You know what? You're right. I do got that." And then they'll hammer on it and they're like, "Check this out." I'm like, "Dude, that's fucking badass. That's better than what I could have done. Let's go."
I want to be able to inspire people to do the same. So like it's kind of inevitable that I'm gonna have to learn to do some building for sure. I think that like I'm working on getting more people like able to get on stages. That's what something that we've been
The
kind of.
barrier to entry on that has never been lower, like honestly, because
Yep.
AI is helping a lot for lowering the threshold on what you have to know to kind of get your feet wet and start hammering on something that's in the direction of what you're trying to build.
So maybe I even like build like some type of app that trains like I was saying, like we were hosting these spaces in the Root console where we were getting the guys up on stage and like for the first time kind of preparing them to get on their first spaces, because you know how intimidating that can be, just unmuting the mic for the first time in a space. So maybe like there's some type of D app that I can make that can help get people like like, hey, easy access to like an AI automated audience, so you can talk in front of them in practice and they ask you questions or something, while you're on stage, or just interact with you.
Or provide you feedback on how on your practices. So
Exactly.
if you're speaking, they could listen to you because the AI can listen to audio feeds just as easy as text now. So
That's what I'm saying, dude. So like maybe that's like an idea that I just thought of on space, like, or on pod while we're live talking to you. That might be built out in the future. You
just
know.
did alpha in real time, folks.
Yep, yep, and like I want to empower as many people as I can to, and like I want to inspire them to do art if that's what they want to do. I want to inspire them to build. I want the like that's my I bleed this, man. Like which I'm a firm believer in what everybody's building here. The infrastructure is being built out for a content creator catered environment. So it's like it's gonna be awesome to see where we're at in a year.
Build the change.
5. Build the change. Yeah, so we were talking about DeOrganized games. Let me pull up my screen real quick. I've already got DeOrganized pulled up here. So whenever I do pull up DeOrganized games, look at this page. I mean, it is clean. Like it is like so clean. I love the dark mode on it. Like the green, it speaks to me for some reason. I think this is
Yeah, that's good.
cool thing to look at. So, welcome to DeOrganized Games. Play classic games reimagined with blockchain technology. Compete in smart contract powered matches to earn unique NFT reward. So, this is on testnet right now. Got a couple of different testnet wallets that are on there. I've got my GPSC wallet here. I've earned 32 STX testnet STX right here. Peace has earned 32. Batman, he's a tester. He's earned 18. And the Joker has 18 as well. So like it's really cool. They've got on-chain lobbies. Every match runs a Clarity smart contract secured by Bitcoin through the Stacks blockchain. NFT rewards. Winners receive unique NFT awards for each victory, creating a collection of variable gaming achievements. So set up your if you haven't yet, go to DeOrganized.media and set up that profile. I'm sure it'll be an integral part in something like this that we're talking about here. Hint, hint. Prize pools. Compete in matches with transparent prize pools and automatic payouts managed by smart contracts. It's awesome. You got some platform statistics here. You got 26 wins out of the games that have been played. There have been 32 or 33 completed matches. So there's some testnet matches that aren't completed yet here. And then active players right now. We've got 2 ready to play. Is that me and you? I think that's me and you in real time. So you can see whoever's prepared to play you, whoever signed in ready to go. And then we have 2 open lobbies. And then recent games, we've got like Tic Tac Toe and Connect 4. We're probably going to play some Tic Tac Boom here. Tic Tac Boom is a new game. It has so somebody from that goes into say me and Crypto Dude are playing, somebody from the audience could throw a bomb in there and then like change the outcome of the game. So right now we're probably just play some regular tic tac toe. So I'm gonna go to play now and see what type of games game rooms we have. We have the Bat Cave. I am Batman. The matches, there's 3. All of that stuff. We've got lobby fee, prize pool, buy in to play, buy pool distribution. Now this is where it gets interesting. So the prize pool right here, you stand to win 1.5 off of your buy-in, and then the creator fees. This is where I was talking about. It goes to different people, different types of creators. Yeah, so we could enter the match here. Are you Batman by chance?
No, I don't. No, that's not me.
Huh. I wonder who Batman could be.
I
And
think
then we
it's
got
just
Gotham.
something.
Yeah, we've got Gotham City. True to his form, the Joker is out to get Batman. So these are two different lobbies, two different ways to pay creators and support us. So let me go to home. Let me give it a refresh real quick, and then go to home actually, because that usually does like a magic trick in closed alpha games. And just make sure. So let me go to leaderboards here. So crypto dude, you're on the top of the leaderboard, man. Right now you
Super
got
easy when you only got one game.
yeah, this is closed alpha testing, so of course these will change, but 100%, man. Let's go. So the Joker's got 60.
Either that or 0%.
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, I was getting there. Let me get there. And with near 50, it's like 40, a little less than 50%. Trippin' Monkey doing work on the building the app and playing the app has 37, and then you get to me in peace.
They call that eating your own dog food.
Yes, you want to know why? Is we played a couple matches and we both tied both times. It was a cat's game both times on Tic Tac Boom. So we both have 0%. That's how it is right now. And then so most experienced, who's played the most? Of course, Trip has played the most. Batman, big shout out to Batman. He's played 24, helping Trip out, doing that testing. The Joker, he's won like 5. This is cool to see. These, like they have a theme going here, right? That's pretty cool. Pieces got 4 draws and 1 win. I've got 2 draws, and then Crypto Dude, you got a win, bro. W on the board.
Yeah, let's go.
Speed dimming, so you can even get into like how fast the match was played, right, and how fast it takes them to their average time. So that's cool with stacks being so fast right now. It's dope, man. You can see kind of like how long it takes a player to make a move. Marathon players, people that are like there's the minutes. We got speed demons with like their average speed, and then total time played. Social players, players who have faced the most unique opponents. So Trip has played 4 different people. Joker's played 2. Batman's played 2. Pieces played 2, and both of us have played 1. So really cool metrics there. I think that Trip is a G when it comes to like getting dashboards and analytics up. He has like what is it called? STX Vision. Have you ever checked out STX Vision?
STX Vision?
Yeah.
No. Dude, you're dropping alpha on me now.
Okay. STX Vision.
God, it's so hard to keep up with everything. It's insane.
1,000 things.
It's almost like we need a place where we can view all these stack stats. Oh wait, never mind.
Wait a minute. Crypto Dude, are you building the change? So here,
Yeah, building the change I want to see. Exactly.
After I'm done going through this, it looks like we might not play tonight. I don't know yet. Depending on like, can you join a match? Have you tried to join a match yet?
Trip says click a player.
Click a player. Okay. All right. Let me get over here and get in here back to the leaderboard, and then let me click a player. Crypto Dude right here. Oh wow! So we got a player profile right here. You can tip him directly on DeOrganized Games here. We got his X handle right here.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy. You've got tip in SDX and SBTC. You got
everybody feel free to go ahead and send me some SBTC.
Organized Media to do that right now. In the near future, DeOrganized.games will work. Cool. And then let me get back to. So we need a back button, Trip. For sure, would be very handy to have a back button. View leaderboards, and then let me click on. Let's see Trip. Let's just see Trip's profile. It's got his accolades.
Damn, 29 matches.
Yep.
Homie is
That's
putting
it.
in the freaking debugging. Let's go.
Look at this. And on his profile, the about right here.
Nice. I didn't even.
Let's read it. So the building on Bitcoin Space has this old guy feeling like he's young again with fun late night coding, pop-up teams, and projects. Weekly and innovative announcements, early software, alpha betas, collaborative culture, friendly competition. Appreciate this time in your life. So like
So
little
true.
yeah, dude, seriously, man. Like I was talking about that earlier, how like we're at the forefront of building on Bitcoin. It's wild, it's nuts how early all of us are. It's good stuff, man. And then of course, like links to like whatever, like I'm sure you could, if Trip had a website, he would have it here, and then like he's got his X right here. So this is really really cool. Let me click on Tic Tac Boom, and then let's join this bat cave right here real quick. And let me know what you see. So I'm joining the bat cave, and then boom, immediately I'm in there. And I'm sure like whenever you join, it'll show me in real time that you have joined. So it is signifying that I need one of two players here. So Crypto Dude, are you muted?
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, I can tell, man. Like I can tell whatever happens. No worries, man. Like this is like you're good. So tell me if you can join.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Have you tried to refresh and then go back home and then go back to this?
Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's try to refresh.
Because that's the magic trick. Whenever like you're in
So you're saying to browse the game.
and I'm also in the Batcave game.
It says the Joker is in there with you.
Boom. Okay, so the Batcave
Joker took my spot. Oh,
is full. So it looks like Joker joined here. Okay, so there we go.
I can't go in there and buy it.
Maybe you might be able to. Let's see. Let me enter this match real quick. And then like there's a start button here. Up next, start match. Boom. So start this match here. I'm playing the Joker. Joker's testing with us. The Joker wins. Okay, so now
Trip, you should add just a quick statement. I don't know if this is feasible for it, Trip, but he should add on the when you are viewing the games slash games URL. It's got the different games breakdown. It's got leaderboard stats and play now. He should put a button in there that's called like lobbies or whatever, so if people can get to the lobbies. Like, I don't know if that's.
Right.
I guess maybe that's what this is doing when you hit play more. I guess, but just might be a little bit easier for people to understand how it works.
So I think I'm up first. I do believe that I'm up first, so I'll place top right or top left. Sorry, and it pops up. Excuse me. The move history right here, and it's telling you when it's like it pops up immediately and tells you it has a spinning wheel now to tell you when. Boom, and then there's the center.
Dude, that looks good.
Yeah, it's coming together very nicely, Trip. This is cool stuff. So boom, pending.
Trip is crushing it.
Yes, he is. I agree. So like Joker's in here playing with us, and big shout out Joker for coming through and playing. Wink, wink. And then Trip.
What happened? I just threw a bomb. Oopsie.
Wait a minute. You threw it.
Helping my brother.
Secure the W. Oh man, thank you for helping me secure my first game, like my W, bro. I appreciate that. Look out there. Look out Broski. So
I was like, he's not going down with the lows again. Nuh-uh.
You can support creators here, dude. You can shoot the victory straight to X, and then you can claim your STX.
Hopefully the bomb didn't just break the lobby though.
Let's see. So I claimed, award claimed, sorry. Transaction submitted, your claim will be processed shortly. Boom. Maybe something that like just signifies here that like unclaimed or claimed. That way people are like, like
But it should be once the game is complete, it should probably do like a modal pop up or something saying, claim your reward or whatever the expected outcome they should be doing. Taking next step would be a good idea.
Yeah. So we have another one here. So back to the game room, and then real cool. Let's see. Let me join this.
Try the back cave.
There you go. Let me drive the back cave. Let me come over here and try the back cave real quick.
I'm gonna try it too.
Okay, so maybe Trip might have some revenge. So let's see. Let's the crypto dude play this time, and then I'll join. And boom. It looks like.
So do I hit start match or?
So enter match.
Enter match.
Yep, enter match, and then you can start match from the bottom.
So do we both have to hit start match or just one of us?
No, just one of us. So you can click it on your end just for differentiation.
All right, I'll click it right now. All right, transactions submitted. All right. Oh, nice. Ooh. That's fancy. Just automatically. Good job, Trip.
Yeah, and then now you're going first. So I guess the player that starts the match, the first, like clicks first, gets.
Okay. So that's how X is decided. Who starts it?
Yeah.
So there's a benefit to starting it. Looks like.
Boom.
Damn, this is good because it even locks out your click until it's your turn because
yes,
it's to confirm.
The UI is beautiful, Trip.
Yeah, good job, dude. This is. Oh, you think so? I was waiting for that, son. I was waiting for that.
Oh, and then it bombed the center, and then you found it. There you go. Good job. Good work.
I'm playing against two people right now, so I know what's up.
Yeah, but like after you were bombed, I wasn't able to place that shouldn't be there. It's there.
No, he bombed me, and then it was still my turn. So now I put the X back.
Yeah, but no, so was that in turn? Oh, there's a bomb on mine now.
Yeah, it looks like Trip just threw a bomb on your ass, I think.
Dude, so you have to play fast. You have to play this fast. People wow. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't if people want to fuck around, they can fuck you over.
Oh, dude. Speed tic-tac-toe. That's crazy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's that confirmation time.
Confirmed, and then that's you.
Yeah. So does the bomb, obviously the bombs cost money. So now is that actually oh, you sneaky devil. Yeah, there's a bomb. When people bomb, that's basically adding to the pool, right?
Okay, so whenever you get bombed, though, that was supposed to be my turn because you placed it, and then you got. Okay.
On my bottom left, and then I placed the block here.
Like if you get bombed, you're allowed to place your.
Yeah, I don't think bomb is like a third player basically. So it doesn't interrupt the two primary players pattern basically back and forth. As best I can tell. So it's nice block.
Yeah, you gotta get that one. I mean, this may be a cat's game unless somebody pays for another bomb.
Oh, it's only gonna take some funny timing.
I would imagine there's gonna be some really heated matches. I can see it, and then we play this live and we get some live reacts.
All right, so is it my turn?
Yeah, it should be your turn now.
Okay. Man, I don't know more fucking moves. It's just getting hairy.
This is on. Yeah, you have to think. You have to think.
I'm like trying to think like 5D chess here on fucking Tic Tac Toe now.
I'm gonna get bombed. So I have to like, dude, if I get too close, then the audience is gonna like. So you have to think. Yeah, like they're gonna be like, nope, sorry about you, and then bomb me if I get too close.
We're gonna push this, or is somebody gonna get a bomb?
Let's see.
Trip's gonna decide this, I think, with the bomb if he.
I think
happens
so.
anyway.
Give him a moment. I'll give him a moment, and then
Yeah, like, come on, Trip, pick a winner here.
Cat's game, right? And this is what
You don't know.
And then like we sit here for a moment, and we're just like, he's
How long? Well, my question is, how long does it take for it to time out? Because like we're kind of basically at like a draw unless there's a bomb, basically, right?
right. So
And
there
so-
should be a timeout. You're right. Like you know, but you are trying to have the like if you're trying to be on the leaderboard, me just stalling right this and talking to the audience, asking for a bomb right now is taking me down on the leaderboard because of the speed. And there could be different accolades.
Oh, damn, that's right.
Yep. Very interactive, dude. It's
Holy
freaking
cow.
fantastic, dude.
That's
Yes.
some meta.
But this is the end of the game here, fellas. It is a cat's game. But yeah, man, this is good stuff, Trip. Like really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, this is fun.
You know, and then whenever it's a push, we need to like what we get 50-50 back. So here we go. So I get half of my money.
How do you even? Oh, you claim. Oh, nice, right there.
Yeah,
Claim.
it pops up when
Okay.
it's finalized, and then you just claim there, and you get half back, and then the creators still get paid. So it's brilliant. It's well thought out, dude.
So wait, the creator of the game gets paid, or the
No,
creator of the
creators-
platform is getting paid?
The creators that this is supporting, like whatever lobby you're in, still get paid.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so that is awesome, dude. This is very interactive. Like, thank you so much, dude. Trip, you're killing it, dude. Wow.
This is gonna be like amazing to see like how this all comes together over time, because this is like already legendary. And
Yes, it is.
now I'm over here like, I want to play some Connect 4. What other games can we play with this? This is I'm gonna dog so much money away in these games. This is gonna be messed up.
Yes, like okay, getting crowd involved and giving them like some power to
Ooh,
decide
3 bombs max.
3 bombs max, right? So then you're betting your audience, the people that are like rooting for you to win, to like against like the people that are rooting for me to win, right? Like so it's like
Wow.
yes, think about it. It's very like the game theory here is mwah. Like it's good, it's fun, and then, like I think it's very interactive. So,
Yeah, great
yeah.
job.
Yeah, dude, I have to say, I give it to Trip and Monkey. If you guys are not following Trip and Monkey on X, yes, here let me drop this because it's a necessary, follow Trip and Monkey on X, man. This guy's a beast. He really does like work for the community, like builds for the community, is a passion builder, and like helps so many people in this ecosystem. So like, thank you, Trip. I appreciate you, brother. The whole thought process behind it, like supporting creators, like you could. Thank you, dude. You know, he has this in mind for us, like the users and stuff. It's an interactive, fun way to support creators. Is exactly what it is. So, awesome stuff. Happy Friday.
I'll be adding this to the Boost X apps and or dApps with a GameFi tag on this for show.
And then you interact with it directly from BoostX. We're playing these games. It has a little module. Then you're playing it directly from X. Like you just pull, like you know what I mean. Like it just the ideas. Like we could spitball all night. But yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it. Crypto dude, anything special going on this weekend?
Still hammering. I tell everybody to take the weekends off and touch grass, but I also still build, so that's how I have fun. So
I get it, man. Like that, you're a passion builder. This is like what you enjoy doing. So, yeah, I commend you, sir. Any final thoughts? Any like we're getting to that hour and a half, a little bit over the hour and a half mark, and it's Friday. I want to respect your time, and I enjoy kicking it with you a lot. So, thank you for coming through. Do you have any like last final thoughts? Anything that you would like to add to the conversation? Vibes.
yeah, most definitely. Everybody have a good weekend. Build the change you want to see out there. Most definitely, if you got a DApp that you're building, like in the build battle, we would love to see that. Get eventually listed on the featured DAX or DApps in the BoostX module. So, there's there's a lot of those already in that biddle battle. So that would be cool to see a lot of those come into the ecosystem and spread their wings, so to speak. So keep hammering, everybody. Keep it up.
Thanks, dude. Like, I think that it's been a very awesome week for the Stacks ecosystem. Building on Bitcoin is where it's at, in a decentralized permission environment, where it kind of caters collaboration. Like, it caters to collaboration. Like, you work with others to get it done in a permissionless way. You just like you build together. You have these conversations. So, thank you, Crypto Dude, for coming through. And
Of course.
in the breeze with me, bro. I look forward
Of course,
to it.
anytime.
So
We'll do it again.
right on. Have a good weekend, buddy.
You too. Later.
Later. And this has been another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite GigaBrain astronauts scholars into the same room to have a dope conversation, maybe do some testing, go over some news, and spread out high frequency vibes and have a dope conversation. I'm your boy GP with DeOrganized Media. We will be back at it on Monday at 8:30 a.m. ET on the Let's Go Morning Show, which runs Monday through Friday. So, be sure to tune in. We actually do an episode of Find or Earn every day. As of late, we've seen a lot of new players playing Find or Earn live. Big shout out to the Skullcoin crew and Zenitron. And come through to, around 9:30 to have your chance to win some prizes in STX and different SIPs and tokens. And we also do the DeOrganized Nightly session, 7 p.m. ET every day, Monday through Friday. So you guys come tune in. Be sure to follow DeOrganized Media. Yeah, I'm your boy GP, and I'm out for the weekend. Have a blessed one, guys. Peace.